And we are back. Welcome to Sports Talk with Grant, Najee, and Marsell. Every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, tune in. We come with you with the best sports topics, and it's amazing to do it with my brothers, man. How you guys doing?
We're doing great, man. Doing great. Knicks are on top. We're going to the finals. Can't be any better right now. It's gonna be a tough road this next series. So I just seen on ESPN Robinson, or no, not Robinson. It's Robinson, no?
Yeah. Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, he's got a little pinky injury, little surgery he had to go get. So it'll be okay. I think he'll be all right for game one. Hopefully, I pray he's okay. They're gonna need him. But other than that, man, happy Friday.
Happy Friday. How about you, Marcel?
I'm doing great, man. Can y'all hear me?
Absolutely.
You guys hear me? All right. I can't hear Najee, so I can't hear you. But anyway, no, I'm great, man. Doing what I do, leaving empty, baby. That's all I can say.
I'm gonna have to see what we can do if we can't hear me. That's not good.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, you could try to come back in, but
let me try. Let me go out and come back in because I can't hear. Yeah, because I can hear you, Grant, but I can't hear Najee.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So let me go out and then I'll come back in.
All right. But anyway, we have a really good main topic today. We're definitely going to tune into or talk about the future NBA young players and the young players right now and who we think are going to dominate for the next decade. There's a lot of great young NBA superstars that we're going to dive into and talk about. But first, like always, we're definitely going to go into the main news about what's going on in the NBA, the playoff standings and things of that nature. So right now we have, the OKC and the Spurs playing. They have a game 7 coming up, to play the Knicks going forward. This series has been what everyone wanted. I mean, back and forth, two powerhouses going at it for sure. Two great teams. A lot of controversy as well. I mean, a lot of people are talking about the officiating with Shea and how the referees are changing from one game to another. One team can be a little more physical than the other team. So, there's a lot to talk about with this series. But for me, I'm going for the Spurs. For me personally, I don't like the Thunder's brand of basketball. I know a lot of people are talking about that, just the way that they play. They're great players, but it's like it's not as authentic as a lot of other teams. But
it's a tough watch.
It's a tough watch, right, Najee? Yeah,
it's a tough watch. I mean, just watching Shea flop around. I mean, it's really tough. Just to he has the talent. Like he's not always been like this. I just seen some previous recordings, and he hasn't. He was never like what he is today. So it's just really hard to get behind it. And it just seems like that's where basketball is going to start going is, hey, try to get the sell. In soccer, everyone's trying to get that sell so that they get the free penalty shot. So that's what it kind of feels like now. So, I mean, it is what it is. That's what the game is. Adam Silver's going to have to do something about it. But he feels like the officiating is good, too. So it's really hard to really tell what is next even going forward with basketball. But in all honesty, the Spurs just have to come out and perform. Everything they're doing is they're right. They're on the right path. It's going to be hard with game 7 back in OKC. You won't see any black or silver in OKC. It's just going to be straight orange, white, and blue. And it's going to be intense. It's going to be loud. So it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, and I saw a stat the other day talking about Shea and how he has more free throws made than field goals through the whole postseason. And I'm just like that. I mean, for a player of that stature, like how great he is, we know he can score. It's not looking like he's really living up to like the MVP award that he got over Wembanyama. You know what I'm saying? Like he's leading into the free throw merchant. Opinion about him, and it's starting to look like it. Unfortunately, you are right. Adam Silver does they had anti-flopping rules before. They just I don't know what they did. They just threw them out the window and said, screw it. But yeah, we'll see. What do you say now that the face loss? Do you think they pursue LeBron to form a big 3?
No, I can't. I don't know. I wouldn't mind him going back to Cleveland. I wouldn't mind that at all.
Yeah.
I think that would be kind of, close to the story. I think that'd be insane. And he brings back a championship to Cleveland, final, season. That would be insane. No Michael Jordan talk anymore. I mean, God, there is none, bro. It's
over.
none. It's over. It's literally over. So, But Marsell, what do you think about the OKC and the Spurs right now going into Game 7?
Well, let me ask you guys: are both teams healthy? Who's banged up?
OKC a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a tough one to call because while OKC are the defending champions and the Spurs are young, but you know what? I don't think that they don't care that they're young. Right? They know that they can beat OKC. They beat them 4-1 in the regular season, which of course they beat them in OKC, and they beat them game 1 in the finals. The Western Conference Finals, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think that they're scared. It will not surprise me if the Spurs go in there and I guess you would say upset them. But both teams, the stars are going to set the table. But I want to see what the supporting cast does for each team. Who shows up? So. It's gonna be a good one.
How do you feel about like Shea having more free throws made than field goals made throughout the whole postseason? Like that's a crazy stat.
It is, but at the same time, let me ask you guys this because I'm not looking at the stats. I mean, as far as how many free throw attempts he has per game, but normally superstars that are aggressive like he is, they get to the free throw line a lot. I'll give you an example. Go way back to Miami Heat's first championship, Dwayne Wade. Yeah. I don't know how many free throws he shot per game in that series, but he was there at least 14, 15 times a game.
Yeah, he was.
And I get everybody talking about the officials and him getting to the free throw line and so on and so forth. Here's the deal. You are a professional athlete. There are scouting reports. You know what this guy does. You know what he likes to do. Don't go for it. If he gives you a pump fake, you should do your homework.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you're not going to foul him, but at the same time, you got to know what his tendencies are. And you have to make him do what he doesn't like to do.
Yeah.
For example, if he's going to his left, he's going to pull up. He can pull up going to his left. He likes that, right? What San Antonio was doing, what they did the first game was they ran 2 guys at him. They doubled him. It made him uncomfortable. He had to figure it out, and he didn't get to the free throw line that much either in game 1 from my recollection.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So they have to come in and with the plan saying, hey, he's not going to get off because they go as he goes. On the flip side of that, Wemby, he has to touch the ball every possession. Mm. The ball has to touch his hands because when he has the ball, it puts pressure on the defense. He doesn't have to score 50 points. He can score 25 points and they can win. Because if he's touching the ball every possession, somebody's getting a good look.
Yeah.
So that's a little more than what you asked, but that's what I want to see tomorrow. Is it tomorrow or is it tonight? Tomorrow, right? Tomorrow. Okay.
But is it aggressiveness or is it this man's going for a flop and trying to get the officials to give him that free throw, because a lot of the times I feel like it's not him being aggressive. It's him just doing a pump, yes, but they're still on the ground, and then he's still trying to get the flop, and he's like, oh, it didn't work, but hey, I'm gonna throw it up anyway.
He's initiating the contact a lot of the times. Like he's initiating it, not the defender.
Like it's like 50-50, and that's like what they're teaching them is like, hey, you'll at least get it 50% of the time. So why not do it?
Okay, so remember, the NBA is entertainment. It's not basketball.
That's true. And
this is what I mean by what I'm saying. And textbook basketball, there's a vertical plane, verticality. So if I'm standing straight up with my arms up here and you come into me, that's an offensive foul. But in the NBA, you'll see a guy pump fake, right? He'll pump fake, and the guy go by him and just barely touch him, and the offensive ball player will nudge him here and then go up, and they'll give the foul to the defender.
Yeah.
Right. So, and again, I think with Shea, what Phil Jackson used to do when he was coaching Michael Jordan, or when he was coaching the Lakers, he always went at the officials. If he thought that they were missing calls and they was making calls one way, one-sided, he would talk about it during the game, but he would also go in the press conference and he would bring it up, because now you're putting pressure on the officials to be at the top of their game.
Yeah.
I just see. I want to see more of that. I want to see more of your coaches, fighting for their players. And if I gotta take a fine for calling what I see one-sided, then I'll take that fine. They can afford it anyway. They're making good money, right? So, but seriously though, I think if you want the officials to adjust how they're blowing the whistle mid-series, you got to call them out on it. And you don't have to be malicious about it, but just let them know, hey, look, hey, I know he's a superstar. I know he's the MVP, but come on.
But it's not just Shea either. It's not like the brand that the Thunder are playing is just like seeing McCain go, elbow Harper in the throat, then go in front of him and then duck and dive to act like he just got fouled. And to me, it's getting ridiculous. I can't. That's not the brand of basketball I want to watch.
Again,
everybody at the free throw line. I don't want to watch that.
Hey, again, as a coach, if I'm the head coach, if I'm the guy that whose butt is on the line if we win or lose, I want guys on the bench with me that's gonna be like, hey, man, we gotta talk about this right here. During the timeout, I'm gonna go over and have a little conference with the head official and say, hey, man, can you watch number 31 and he's flopping, he's this, that, and the other. You got to give him something to think about. If you're gonna sit back and be quiet and allow it to go on, it's going to continue to go on. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. I've
never heard that one.
I haven't either.
But I get it though. Yeah.
You got to talk about it. If we're good, okay, we're good at timeouts if you don't use them.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
We're good as knowing that they're flopping and everything else if you don't voice your opinion on that. If you don't call them on it, you got to call them on it. That's just my opinion. I think if you sit there quiet and yeah, I don't want to be talking to the officials all game long, but at the same time, the deeper you go into a season, the more important it is that your players know that you got their back.
Yeah.
And if they're doing these underhanded things, flopping and falling over the place, and you call the fouls on my guys, but on the other end of the floor, these same guys that are flailing and falling all over the place are hacking the crap out of my guys, hey, man, I need you to do the same thing on this end that you're doing down that end. Call it both ways.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Like a lot of coaches do need to speak up about that. And there's been a few who've talked about it. I think it was the Timberwolves coach. He talked about it this season going up against OKC about it. but like he was probably like the only coach who ever mentioned anything about the officiating. And I think it's interesting how like if you compare the officiating how it is now to when it was like in the early 2000s or even just like in like the 2010, 2011, like it's night and day. Like you can't even really guard people nowadays. Like, of course you can be physical, but at the same time, like there's only a certain extent to where they're just blowing the whistle and it's a foul. And it's just like, dang, like these players are already great and you're not even let us really getting physical. And then you have the flopping added on with that with OKC. It's just a very tough team to really, you know what I'm saying, to even have a chance for the most part, because you got to worry about the softness of the officials and then the flopping as well. Like, I think it's a whole officiating issue that needs to be addressed. Like,
it's almost like they need more officials. Like they need maybe 2 more.
Yeah, maybe add another 1 or 2.
Yeah, so that they can see it, because it almost feels like it's almost like in the peripherals and they see a guy falling and they're just like, oh man, that definitely had to been a foul. That was a foul. Type of thing. So I mean, adding an official wouldn't be bad, just like as a rover, some guy that's either on one side just watching the back. I don't know. It's NFL, it seems to work, but
they got to do something, man.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they need another official. I think what they need to do is they got to go back and revisit the rules of the game.
Mm.
And also they got to understand that they're not the ones that the fans are paying to see. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not saying one way or the other if the officials are injecting themselves into the games.
Yeah.
But what I will say is this here. They watch film too. The officials, they watch film. So they know what these guys' tendencies are, and I think it just comes down to where there has to be some accountability. You missing calls, you making bad calls or whatever else. Hey, well, you're not gonna be refereeing in this series right here, this next series. Have the coaches rate the officials. The officials that get the best marks. Those are the ones that get the big series. The championship series, the conference finals. You have to have. There has to be some kind of criteria. You referee in the regular season, you call the games in the regular season, but you got to earn your way to the postseason. That should not be a come one, come all. It's my opinion. I think if you want to clean the game up, and that's a whole other rabbit hole that we don't want to go down.
Yeah.
With the betting and all that stuff, you don't know who's on the take either. So that's another whole avenue you can go down, because we don't know.
No. Yeah, no, a lot of these refs could just be out here helping people with sports betting and stuff like that. Like, you brought up a good point talking about how there needs to be a criteria. Like, it seems like the refs don't really get like repercussions for their bad calls or just like throwing a player out of the game. Like, there definitely needs to be something to where it's like, come on, man, like you're sometimes costing people games, like legitimately, like especially those later games in the regular season where like the standings are tight and these teams are really trying to win these games. Like, I've seen so many blown calls, result in a team being a seed or 2 under, you know what I mean? And it's like, they definitely need to look into that. But I do want to talk about Najee, your team, the Knicks, when it goes to like, who do you want to see your team play, going forward? Like, do you want to see OKC? Do you want to see the Spurs? Like, where are you viewing that?
The only team we can beat is the Spurs. We can't beat the Thunder. There's no chance. There's not a chance. I'm telling you right now, they are too deep. And the Knicks have come around, right, to where their bench seems like they can do something. Like I didn't know their bench was this deep, as it is right now. Like, they're looking great. It seems like everyone's firing. But the Thunder, man, I mean, the guys off their bench, man, I just don't want to see them for a game, 7 games. I don't want to see it. I believe that we can contain Wemby a little bit. You know, we got two big guys, Cat and Robinson. You know, but it's gonna take a lot. Like it would take a lot to be to really guard Wemby. So to me, it's just Wembanyama though. It's not everyone. You know, everyone can be off. De'Aaron Fox, that dude is. He's all right. He's like all right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Harper, we can get Mikal Bridges on him. That'd be okay.
Yeah.
I
What
mean,
about Castle?
Stephon Castle.
Yeah.
That one's Brunson's gonna have to do some work, or it's gonna be Hart. I wouldn't mind if Hart's on Castle. I feel like but Castle, man, that dude's explosive. That guy's very, very explosive, man. I mean, he's looking up and I know Westbrook like, man, when he's going to the basket. Yeah, that's an instant. You give him space, he's going to bang out on you. So I do like that. But I believe that the Knicks can guard that. I don't think the Knicks can guard that many people on the Thunder, to be honest.
Do you think AI will be officiating in the next 3 to 5 years? Maybe.
I hope not
completely
though.
AI, but like they might have something, AI in the officiating.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind doing like being able to challenge anything. I feel like that should be something like, if you believe that was a bad call, hey, I want to use one of my challenges. Because I know there's times when you're not allowed to use them, but I would just get it to where you can use it at any time.
Yeah.
But hey, still Knicks and 6.
Knicks and 6.
Still Knicks and 6.
What about you, Marcel? Who do you think the Knicks have a better chance against?
Call me crazy, but I think they can be either team. I think it'll be easier. I think it'll be an easy road to hoe with OKC.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you why. It's easier to deal with somebody coming at you. You can, as soon as Shea gets the ball, see, Shea's the catalyst for them. You got to think about the game right now. The game is played outside in, not inside out. Right?
Yeah.
Wemby to me would be a tougher deal, tougher to contain, because he doesn't always have to score the ball. But if he got the ball in his hands and you're worried about him, and somebody falls asleep on their assignment, you get these easy baskets, man. And then once he gets his supporting cast going, now you're worried about them, and now he's one-on-one. And that's what you don't want. Because when he get that ball going downhill, ain't nobody stopping him. No. Once he goes up, that's a dunk. Not to mention, he can shoot that three. So he can kill you from all three levels. He can shoot the mid-range game. He got turnaround jump shot. He can shoot the three. He can put the ball on the deck. And plus, if you get it in the post, in the paint, that's two. So if I'm New York, I don't care who's coming to my building or who building I'm going in. You just gotta know what your assignment is, and you gotta execute your assignment. Everybody's gotta do their job. That's it.
Yeah,
that's the confidence. You gotta have that confidence. It's gotta be. Hey, it's not about what people on the outside think. It's about what we in the locker room think and how we feel about ourselves. That's what matters most.
I don't know. I just wouldn't want to face a team that's 10 deep rather than a team that's maybe 7. 7 to 8.
Hey, the Spurs are 10 deep also now. Don't get it twisted. I see you poo-pooing my man De'Aaron Fox, but hey, now listen. If he come out, if they win on Saturday and y'all gotta face the Spurs, and he come out averaging 25 a game, the guy can play. I'm not going to shortchange him, but again, I think the Knicks they're just as deep as OKC, and then it's gonna come down to coaching. That's the other thing. Remember, both coaches have championship experience.
I would believe OKC's is better though. Their coaching is better.
Well, that's your opinion, but Mike Brown has been how many championships has he been around?
I think like 3.
How many teams? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like 3.
So it's not like this is his first time in a series. It's his first time as a head coach. but he's been there. And now this is also where his coaches on the bench come into play too. I think, hey, again, I mean, I don't really care who wins the championship, but I'm not going to shortchange Mike Brown and his experience. Um, I think he's been disrespected, in his coaching career, and I think he's a doggone good coach.
I think he's all right. I ain't gonna lie. I think he's all right.
Okay,
I think
wait.
he riding the great players that he has. I think he riding them. I mean, I don't think he.
Hey, hey, Grant. Hey, Grant.
What?
Hey, he got y'all where teams couldn't get y'all. So you should be happy, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I don't think this man's the great. He ain't no Doc Rivers.
Nah, I mean he's a good coach. Like he's a good coach. But I do agree, Najee, that like OKC's actually like 12 deep, honestly. Like
that's what I'm saying. Everyone on this team is deep.
Yeah, like their depth is better than San Antonio's, but San Antonio does have more depth than what people realize. Like they could go about 10 deep. I mean, who's that? Brandon Clark. There's like a Brandon Clarklet as well, who's really good. Like they have some guys who come in, fight hard, can play.
Yeah, a bunch of nobodies. Nobodies.
But they can come in and perform. I think San Antonio's depth is underrated though.
Look, I can just see Brunson guarding De'Aaron Fox, no problem. Hart guarding Harper, or I would have to Mikal Bridges guarding Harper. I just see better matchups with the Spurs rather than facing the Thunder, who are 12 deep, and two guys who are starting can literally be out, and they got two right back. They're dropping 25.
Yeah,
and the flopping, man. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
the flopping. We're gonna get to the Garden, and we're about to see dudes just shooting free throws all day. I don't want to see that.
It's about this right here, man.
That hard. This is that
I'm
hard.
telling you, man. And then here's the other side of it too, though. Eastern Conference, Western Conference, two different playing styles. Eastern Conference, a little more physicality involved. Okay, now if those referees swallow their whistles, and there's a little physicality involved, I don't care if you're 15 deep. If you're not getting the calls that you are accustomed to getting, I want to see how you respond to that. Are you going to react or are you going to respond? Because there's two different things there.
Yeah.
So, again, there are layers to this thing, man. I get what you're saying, Najee, but how deep they are. But at the same time, you can't play all 12 guys at once. And the other thing is, out of that 12, you're going to have 7 that may have a good game. 5 may be MIA. When they go on the road, they leave their jump shots at home.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. So that
Chet Holmgren.
7.
Chet Holmgren might get punked though. That dude is soft.
With the kids.
Well, I teach, man. So that's what. Yeah, sorry, but that's the other thing too, though. So Hartenstein, of course, could be licking his chops because that's his former team, but you don't know what you're gonna get out of Chet. You don't know what you're gonna get out of him. And again, that's why I'm saying, man, it's you may not even see, Chet may be sitting at home because San Antonio may be going there tomorrow night and snatch it away from him.
Bro, when I saw Chet get blocked by Devin Vassell, like a 6'4" guard, I was like, come on, bro. Like he's gotten blocked by guards. Like it's not looking good for Chet, man.
And how tall is Chet?
7'2".
7'2".
But it happens. I mean, it's part of the game. You get your shot blocked.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's gotten their shot blocked. But I'm talking about as far as the physicality is concerned, though.
Yeah.
Because my man, I keep forgetting his name, but I like him. Y'all backup center.
Who's?
No. Yeah, for the Knicks. What's his
Robinson?
Robinson?
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson. I like him. And see, he plays hard. And I don't know if he's guarding Chet. I don't know how Chet is going to respond to that physicality, to his motor. Because that cat plays, man.
Yeah.
I like the way he plays.
Yeah, you'll see Chet at the free throw line. That's what you'll see.
Those pump fakes.
Literally, that's what you'll see.
Yeah, well, again, do your homework.
San Antonio wins.
Hey, do your homework, man. That's all I'm saying. Do your homework. Do your work early. Understand. Know who you playing against. Know what their tendencies are. Know what they like to do. And take them out of it. Take that away from them. Make them do something they don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Najee, you're saying you'd rather have San Antonio?
I would rather have San Antonio. 100%. 100%. I'd rather have San Antonio. It would just be a better game. A better series to me, all honesty. I mean, Knicks going to OKC, I don't even see them winning a game over there, to be honest. I don't.
Yeah.
So, dude, I see the Western Conference, like I see them high, and I see the Thunder is peak with what they're doing, foul line, with the shot creation, everything they do. How the coach runs the team is better than everyone in the league. It just is. I mean, how can you have so many guys that are this deep? It's that deep that they know the system. They know what they're doing. That's why I'm like, I would rather see the Spurs because I see the matchups are better. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree.
Poor Knicks fans.
We're just happy to be here.
Exactly.
We're just happy to be here.
We're just happy to be here.
Yeah. Because I'm telling you, if they win the whole thing, oh my God, New York will be Gotham.
I'm gonna call Jalen Brunson and say, hey, listen, Najee Gaskins, hey man, listen, he was dogging y'all.
Yeah, bro, that's the Knicks, man. That's just being a Knicks fan. It's like you dog them and then they hear it and you're like, yeah, let's go. But still in the back of your mind, you're like, man, I don't know. It's the West, so it's always gonna be tough.
Yeah.
But we happy to be here.
Yeah. I mean, either way, it's gonna be a good finals. Whatever matchups we get. So we're looking forward to the Game 7 tomorrow. Hopefully, another really good game, not a blowout. We don't like seeing blowouts in the playoffs, but we'll go.
How are they getting blown out by so much like these days? How is that happening? Where it's 30 points, 40 points. 50. How's that possible? These are dudes getting paid millions. Millions.
Look at the percentages. Look at what they're shooting.
Yeah, I mean.
But 50. I mean, that's like a.
But when
50 points, this is the NBA.
Yeah.
It's not G League.
Well, when you think about it, if you shoot 49 53s and you make 8, and your opponent makes 23s. And they shoot 30 or 40 of them. Right there.
Then we got to get rid of the guys who are on the team. We got to switch out. We got to do something. Call timeout. 50.
Analytics, man. They want to. No, seriously. Think about how the game has changed, though. Look at how many 3-pointers these teams are shooting. And I'm a Boston Celtics. I'm a Celtics fan.
Oh yeah, y'all be.
I don't like how we play. Shoot entirely too many threes, man. When you're shooting 53s a game, and you bypassing up the mid-range game, that's the second highest percentage shot on the court. The mid-range shot. The highest is the layup. So you mean to tell me you want to take more chances on making a 3-pointer than something that's guaranteed for you? I don't like that style of ball. I think that's what's brought the quality of the game down, in my opinion. Because not everybody can shoot the 3. Everybody's not Steph Curry. If you're making 50% of your threes, then you get the green light on my team all day long. But if you're shooting 35, 36%, no, man. No, you get 1 or 2 a game, you better be open. If you're taking that. Other than that, you got mid-range or you dunking on somebody. That's just my opinion.
Right. Yeah.
I see one of the college dudes, this NCAA playoffs, he took his first 2-point shot the whole season, and it was in the in the tournament. The whole season, he only shot threes. Only shot threes.
And what does that say?
I don't know, but they made it to the tournament. They were a small school, so he just said we're shooting only threes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not my thing,
crazy.
man. Not my thing, man.
Yeah. And Shea, and also the reason Shea wasn't getting all those free throws that he got in the previous game. So he wasn't getting all the points he was getting, that's why they also got blown out as well. So, it's, what do you say? The 3-pointers is what's going to send OKC home. Maybe. It's possible. Yeah.
It's possible.
It's definitely possible.
Hey, there's an old saying: you live by 3, you die by 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I believe that. I mean, because you can make 15 threes in the first half, and come out in the second half and miss the next 30.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's just one of those things, man. I mean, go back and look at that Houston series. I think it was Houston Golden State.
Yeah, like 2018 or something like that. 17.
Yeah. Look at how many threes they missed in a row. That's poor.
Yeah.
That's terrible basketball. I'm sorry. Man.
James Harden.
Marcel living them dream years. He's like, man, when basketball was good. He's
hey, that's
he's like, man.
That's when you had to have skill.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
versus plumbers. Yeah, absolutely. Them dudes were plumbers.
Remember, it's a team.
Yeah.
Vanessa Taylor said, remember, it's a team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you got 5 guys on the floor for a reason. Can you imagine being a big on a team that shoots 53s a game?
But that's what the bigs are doing now. The bigs are shooting threes.
And again, if you can't make 50%, no, forget that. If you can't make 70% by yourself, shooting just shooting around in the gym by yourself, if you can't make 70% of those, you can't shoot them in the game. Because you're by yourself.
Yeah.
Think about that. That's just me. I sound like an old guy or like the old man. Get off my lawn. But you know what I'm saying? But it's just one of those things. It doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense to me.
I agree with you. I mean, it's just people saw the Warriors and how they changed the game with the 3-pointers, and then they tried to adopt it. And it's like, you guys don't have the greatest shooters ever. You know what I'm saying? Like Steph, the greatest shooter, Klay Thompson, top 5 shooter all time. Like, it's ridiculous. And your Celtics, like you said, they take so many threes, especially Tatum as well. Step back 3. And it's just not. It's not.
Break.
Yeah.
You said break. That dude breaks. That dude breaks so many. He builds homes, man. I'm telling you.
It's like I said, man. It's one of those things. It's I just think that it's a copycat league, and sometimes it's best not to copy.
Mm-hmm.
Be original.
Yeah. Hey, and shout out to Vanessa for watching all of our stuff, everyone's stuff. Appreciate you. Much love.
Sure. Thank you, Vanessa, for sure. But yeah, man, I mean, there's a lot to take from, the series and the modern NBA. Hopefully they change some of these things, but we'll see. But today, as far as like the main topic, I definitely wanted to look into, there's a lot of new or still, young NBA superstars that are in the league right now that we're watching just go crazy and dominate for the most part. And I wanted to talk about the ones that we think are going to dominate, for the decade to go. And I also just wanted to think about like the face of the NBA. They talk about the face of the NBA. Who is the face of the NBA? For years, it was LeBron James. You can make an argument for Steph Curry. But before we even get into like, for the next decade, like who do you guys think is like the face of the NBA right now?
There's only one.
Wembanyama?
It's Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama. Yeah. This man will be running the league for the next 10 to 15 years. If he's healthy. Another guy I see running the league as well Mr. Cade Cunningham. Cade, if you build around Cade Cunningham, this guy will be legit. I believe it. I believe he needs a team around him to be very successful. I don't believe he's a one-man show like Victor Wembanyama is.
He said, but, so who are the better players, the American-born or European-born players? Ooh.
And why?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I believe it's always going to be the
go ahead.
Yeah, I mean,
let it out. Let it out.
I want to say it's going to be the American. I want to say the Americans. But a lot of foreign players have been coming around. I mean, and they are legit. You know, they're no one to mess with. A lot of them are like coming in right 18. They've already been playing pro basketball probably for 2 years already, making them a little bit more advanced than these guys that are coming out of college, I would say. But it's just, I believe the development is still a little bit better here. I don't know. Because if they're coming foreign, coming to the NBA, that means their development's very good. In my opinion, I still think, I don't know, because Luka's in there. You got Wemby.
The best players in the league are European.
And they're European. I mean, you see it when they go to, do the World Cup and things like, not the World Cup, but the Olympics. So
is Shea even isn't Shea like Canadian or something?
He's from Canada.
Or something like that. Yeah, like
he's Canadian.
I think it's the Europeans, man.
The Europeans.
Because like they learn the fundamentals. Like they're so strict on fundamentals from the beginning versus a lot of American players. Like it's more about, the skills, the dribbling and stuff like that. But like they first learn the fundamentals and then they go into like the skill work and stuff like that. I mean, I played against the Europeans, going to Germany, playing on, in these leagues. And it's like, these dudes are stout. They never travel. They never slip up on pivot foots. Like they're always, top tier with their fundamentals. And they add the skill to that. And then you see, like you said, they play, a lot of these dudes are playing pro ball when they're like 13, 14, like they're playing against pro players from then. And then they get to the NBA and it's like, I've been doing this for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So I think it is. I'm not saying Americans can't get to that point where it's like, okay, they're just, light years ahead of the Europeans. It was like that for a little bit where Americans were just light years better. But now it's starting to seem like the Europeans are like, maybe a step ahead, maybe. I don't know. What about you, Marsell?
Well, that's a deep discussion because you have to look at, like you said, the development that they're getting over there, right, overseas, and they have it's a system. They have a structure. You start here, and you got the right guys at that right level that's teaching the kids how to play the game, how to pass, ball handling, pivot, the whole nine. Here, it's more about how athletic you are. He's a freak athlete. I don't really care about that. Can he play? Can he think from the neck up? How is fundamentals? I think one of the biggest issues that we have here, and we have a lot of issues, I believe, in basketball, but I think AAU hasn't helped the game in. Because you have coaches that'll go and get kids for what they're good at, for what they can do. They're not developing these kids. The footwork isn't what it used to be. I think another thing is we got a lot of kids that's going to training, getting these trainings, and nothing wrong with that. I think training is good, but they got to play more. We have to play more. We have to get the kids to play more. It's got to, if America wants to get the game back in, ball dominance back into its favor, we got to get back down to the lowest levels and teach the game the right way. Teach kids how to play. Now, but with that being said now we're talking about basketball. We're only talking about the men's side. On the women's side, the American women are better than international women.
Yeah.
And for the reasons why, what I'm talking about, because they play the game the right way. You ever watch a WNBA game or women's college basketball game? Those girls get after it. They play hard. They fundamentally sound. They can shoot the ball. The only difference is they ain't dunking on nobody. They ain't worrying about how many threes they make a game. They're playing the game the right way. They're sharing the ball, fundamentally sound. So we got to get back to on the men's side. We got to get back to the grassroots, man, and at every level. You know, it's evident, and that's why you see what you see in the NBA. You know, every draft. You think about the draft picks that they getting kids from over in places we never even seen the kids play before. But they're getting these kids from overseas, France. They're getting them from Germany,
All over, man.
all over the place,
Yeah.
right? And that's because those kids are being developed. And like you said, Najee, Grant, one of y'all, remember, one of you guys said this, that these kids are playing against professionals at the age of 13 or 14. Tony Parker comes to mind, right? Those guys have been playing professional basketball. By the time they get here, they're seasoned veterans. They've been playing for 5-6 years, and they're only 18 or 19 years old. So when they walk into an NBA franchise, they're ready to go. Plus, with the game being so wide open now, that's like playing over in over in the EuroLeague, because the game is wide open. It's no longer, compact with your bigs in the paint no more. So the game is so wide open that this is easy for those guys to play in this game, playing the NBA right now. And if you listen to any interview, listen to those guys talk, it's easy to score in the NBA.
Yep. And the officiating, it's much more. It's very physical in those European leagues. Like, they're not calling the ticky tack stuff that the NBA calls as well. So yeah. No, that was a good question, Kim. Very, very good question.
Let me ask this too, though.
Yeah.
Because we brought up the WNBA and these girls can't dunk. Should we drop them rims to 9 feet?
Nope.
I want to see women dunk on other girls. Like, I want to see that.
No, man. See, I get what you're saying, but
they want to make money. Drop them rims and just start letting these girls bang out on each other. I'm telling you.
And if you do that right there, then the game is going to go from here to here.
No, bring it from here to here. It's gonna bring it up. It's gonna bring it's more exciting. It's more, personal. I don't know. Only thing these girls can do is just drop one of the girls to the ground and make it. There's nothing.
Hey,
they're not doing it. I want to see them banging out on them. Boom, Stephon Castle type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Drop the rims, drop them, and I'm telling you, watch this viewership go up.
I don't know.
I'm all about quality, man. I want quality basketball. They play quality basketball. When you do that right there, you take away from the authenticity of the game.
They want to make money, Marsell, or not? Marsell.
Hey.
Because the game right now is not making them any money, right? So what do they need to do to make money in this? They relying on the NBA every single year, ever since, and they've never had a gross revenue that is exceeded, what they're paying. They've always lost.
Let me ask you this: when did the NBA start making money?
Michael Jordan. I don't know. Michael Jordan's the savior.
So before Larry Bird and Magic Johnson got to the league was fledgling, man.
Mm-hmm.
The NBA has had, and I don't know the exact moment when they started to really blow up, but Bird and Magic, they saved the league. Because those games, back in the day, those games were on tape delay, man. They play a game at 3:00 and you see it at 8:00.
Mm-hmm.
So So let's say it was Michael Jordan during his era. Let's say it was during the '90s when they started to make money, right? So if memory serves me correct, that's what 36 years ago. And how old is the WNBA?
I don't know, but I know Diana Taurasi was on.
96.
Oh, 96.
96.
So we're looking
96 was
at
their
30.
first. So again,
This is the 30th year.
so right in that moment, they're right in there where they're gonna start because it took a while for the NBA to really make money.
But
So
Marcel,
I'm just saying, man. I'm
but
just
we
saying.
gotta. But what's the entertainment? What's the awe factor of watching the WNBA right now? How can they start making money now? Because they just upped their salaries. How are they going to start making money if they're doing the same thing?
Hey, that's not a question for me to answer. But as a basketball fan, I want to see basketball. I don't want to see. I don't want to see
them lowering the rim to
lower
like
the
9
rims
feet
down.
or something. Yeah.
And see what you do right there now is now you got little kids but coming behind them. Now they're going from wanting to shoot jump shots and handle the ball and get to the rack and different finishes to now they focusing on dunking the basketball. I got boys that want to dunk a basketball on an 8-foot hoop. I had to raise my rims up in my gym. I'm like, you want to dunk? Here, dunk on that. It's a 10-foot hoop right here. Now y'all can dunk all y'all want. Now if you dunk that right there, continue to dunk. But I want them to think about the game, not just one aspect of the game, dunking the ball.
But you keep bringing back the but we're talking about the women here. We keep bringing up men.
But no, I'm telling you that. No, but I'm telling you, it's natural, man. When you see somebody that you idolize, now let's say if Caitlin Clark was dunking the basketball, right? If all she could do was dunk a basketball, you would have 2 million kids, 2 million girls in this country wanting to dunk a basketball. Forget about shooting the jump shot in their handles. You're gonna take away from the game by doing that. It's not going to affect the WNBA, but it's going to affect the future WNBA because now everybody that's wanting to see you want to see dunks and everything else like that. What happens when you have a game with no dunks?
I just want them to have that chance to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that is just so much entertainment that it's more attractive, and that's why it's in the. That's just how it was in the NBA. Once they brought in the dunk, they were like, "Oh wait, this is different."
Dr. J.
Dudes get signed because they can dunk. They would be making money. Kim, I don't believe that either. I can't believe I don't either. In my opinion, I don't, because the game I love women. I'm not saying anything is wrong with the. I'm putting that out there. Like I'm not like misogynistic or anything. I just want to get to the point where they're going to start making money and they can get paid for the training, all the hard work they do. And I'm just saying, it's just a small thing that they can do so that these people can start dunking and everything, because the NBA didn't become the NBA until dudes started dunking.
I don't know. Like if you lower the rim, like they wouldn't even, it would just make it more of a joke. Like they'd be like, oh, well, we had to lower the rim to like 8.5 for you guys. Like it just wouldn't feel as authentic. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
But softball, like it's like baseball. I mean, it's like softball. I mean, they shorten the fields so these girls can, hit home runs. I mean, if I don't know, the whole point of baseball, a lot of the times how people get paid a lot of money is because they hit home runs.
Right.
That's the most exciting part of the game. Yes, I want to tell you the small ball is nice. Yes, the small ball is great. I believe in small ball and winning games, but a lot of guys in the MLB, the reason why they're on the teams and they can hit 230 is because they hit 25 home runs, 30 home runs. They see that as, hey, we're getting our money's worth. That alone. So the dunk is necessary when it comes to basketball to me. That's just, I'm being real. I'm telling you. I can't lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to make the money. I want to make the money. Not a loss, but it's good basketball. They need more support. What more support can the NBA do?
It's not about the NBA.
But if they didn't have the NBA, they wouldn't be a thing. They rely on the NBA.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. I don't know.
Yeah, we got to get into real conversations on this podcast for real. We got to get into real conversations. This is the real stuff people are talking about that are wondering. I'm telling you.
Well, here's the thing, though. You know, they just have right now. I guess they're on Prime and USA, right? Their games are.
I believe so.
Let's see what the numbers are like. I mean, because I don't know. I don't know what the numbers are like. But let's see what the ratings are. Let's see what the arenas are like. Are they filled up?
Yeah, a women's college games. Yeah, I mean, I believe Caitlin Clark has brought a lot of attention to the WNBA. Yes,
no
but
doubt.
I mean, there's been players before as well, like Maya Moore. I mean, I'm a Connecticut fan, so I know Maya Moore, Diana Taurasi. You know, the demons on the court, absolute demons. But what can they do to make it more? How can they make more money? How can they make more money?
I don't know.
KA just said it.
Yeah,
it's about the fans and support. You know, like I said, it comes down to network. I mean, I don't know what their ratings are like. You know, on Prime and on USA. But I want to know if what their arenas are like. Are they filling the seats? Because that's the first step right there. You gotta get people in the seats.
And how can you do that if you don't change the game that they've already been losing?
Well, you have
every year.
But you gotta think about it though too. The last 2 years has been different because the NCAA women's tournament has brought a lot of fans to the WNBA.
I'm sure.
Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. Just to name the first two that pop in my head are those two. But then you got Paige Beckers.
Right.
You got a lot of followings that's coming into that league now.
Yes, but if they didn't have the NBA, we're gonna put this out there. If they didn't have the support of the NBA, they wouldn't be anything. And that's why all the girls are going to NBA players and saying like, hey, you need to support this. You need to support this. You got to support this or this is going to fail. So, yes, they need the NBA, but what more can the NBA keep doing? Like,
it's
if they're going to take an L every year and not make any money, what more can the NBA do?
Nothing.
I can't see it to me.
Yeah.
You know, something has to change in the game specifically for it to start making money. But like you said, this is the 30th year, and we should start seeing a turn after this. Which I mean, Caitlin Clark has. Caitlin Clark has made the WNBA a lot of money, but then they still haven't made any money.
And again, keep in mind now the NBA didn't really start profiting because remember the NBA was going on way back in the 50s, so they weren't making a lot of money for 30, 40 years. They didn't. These big contracts didn't really come into play until the 90s.
Yeah, but we could say the same thing. Like that was something. Like I would say something new. There's nothing new when it comes to the WNBA. I'm telling you, these girls can shoot lights out. These girls are sharp shooters. I wouldn't be surprised if these girls can beat out some NBA players when it comes to shooting. I would not doubt that at all. But what can they do that's different?
Yeah.
So that they can generate revenue.
Time will only tell, my brother.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, real questions here. Real.
I don't know about lowering the rims. I mean, that's maybe something, but it's like, I don't know, man. Like I don't know about lowering the rims, man. Like
they got to get back to me on it. You get back to me on something that you think could change, but
yeah, I don't know.
Let me know. Let me know. I want to see them succeed too. Yeah, I love watching those girls. They're good.
Yeah. Who knows, man? I don't know. We'll see. But always, man, great topics today. Great conversation as always. Sports Talk with Grant, Najee, Marsell, man. Every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Tune in, share with your friends. We appreciate all the comments, the likes, the engagement. And we're just going to keep going at this, man. So have a great weekend and bless up, man.
Yep.
Peace.
See you again, baby.